逢啲嘅大家好，早晨！見到我哋今日身處嘅農地，係咪估到今集要講嘅內容呢？冇錯，我哋要講嘅就係農業啦。過去10幾年，我哋嘅世界經歷咗金融危機、疫情、俄烏戰爭等等。當大部分嘅行業都顯示呢一個動盪嘅時候，農業仍然保持穩定。原因好簡單，因為無論世界點樣變，我哋始終需要食物，所以農業嘅定價基本上可以話係最保守嘅投資。就連美國嘅首富Bill Gates亦都係美國最大農場嘅私人擁有者。根據聯合國農業組織嘅預測，去到2050年，世界人口預計會增長35%，達到100億人。糧食生產嘅需求起碼要增加60到70%，先可以滿足到人口嘅所需。但係你又知唔知世界上面其實只有7%嘅土地係適合種植，而大部分肥沃嘅土地已經有產物作業。糧食生產嘅需求同埋土地嘅減少將會失去平衡，所以農地嘅價值同埋人口增長係息息相關㗎。咁農產品業喺葡萄牙究竟又係點呢？我而家身處嘅就係里斯本嘅農業系，等我哋一齊嚟睇下。葡萄牙嘅農業喺全國嘅經濟擔當住重要嘅角色，主要係因為佢有好好嘅天氣同埋佢嘅地理優勢。葡萄牙全年有溫和嘅氣候，大概係7度到18度，氣溫適中，降雨量大概係900厘米。好似今朝咁，啱啱落咗一場雨，但係好快又出返陽光啦。陽光嘅日數多過歐盟嘅平均水平，因為地理優勢，農民有能力比北歐同埋中歐更加早生產，令到佢哋可以喺季前有良好嘅價格。過去幾十年，農業用地唔單止比大多數嘅資產類別有更高嘅回報，而且從投資組合睇，農業用地嘅價值亦都係波動性最低嘅資產之一。喺1992年去到2020年，大概30年間，葡萄牙農業用地嘅平均年總回報率係11%，同傳統資產嘅波動性同埋每年嘅報酬相比，有明顯嘅優勢。而農業嘅價值特別喺金融市場波動嘅時候都表現穩定，令到投資者免受黃金、美元、股票等等嘅週期影響。聽到呢度，你可能會問：咁點解要選擇葡萄牙嘅農業？要回答呢個問題，首先就要了解葡萄牙農業嘅現況。葡萄牙嘅農業以小型家庭農場為主，大概70% 嘅農場面積唔到5公頃，而農業人口正喺度面臨人口老化嘅問題，大概有超過50% 嘅農業人口已經係退休人士啦。佢哋將會面臨嘅就係青黃不接嘅問題。另一方面，同歐盟嘅同行相比，葡萄牙嘅農業用地市場仍然都係嚴重被低估㗎。例如以西班牙為例，有水源嘅土地價格平均就平咗20%。土地價格存在嘅主要原因嘅差距，係因為傳統農地嘅獲利能力低，同埋土地轉手市場嘅效率唔高。有見及此，一啲農業類嘅基金就集中收購呢一啲分散嘅農地同埋果園。除咗整合農地，仲會利用機械化收割、滴灌同埋其他嘅創新科技去生產高利潤嘅永久性農作物，包括係乾果、熱帶水果、橄欖樹等等。更加重要嘅係，農民會防止有害嘅化學物質進入供水系統，促進再生嘅農業。除咗因為農地嘅價值穩定之外，呢一啲嘅農作物亦都為投資者帶嚟咗穩定嘅收入來源，令到佢哋嘅投資回報相對上變高。啱啱我哋就行咗一轉農地，而家就等我哋聽聽基金代表講呢一隻基金嘅發展先。
Food growth is such an important thing for humanity. We eat 3 times a day, so everybody's directly connected with agriculture. But also, in terms of the opportunity in Portugal, Portugal's economy is growing so much now as it receives a lot of support from the European Union, and it's situated in a place where it's very easy to trade with all the richer companies around it. France, Germany, Spain, Italy, right there on the doorstep. And the infrastructure in agriculture has been getting better and better in Portugal at a very quick rate recently. So it means that the opportunities to grow more and more food are exploding in Portugal. So the value of farmland is increasing significantly. The technologies are getting more modern. The connection to these other countries is increasing significantly. So in terms of an opportunity, it was really lagging behind where it should have been before, and now we're seeing that catch up happening very quickly. So it's a lot of opportunity in the space. The majority of Golden Visa investors are just really looking for very low-risk investments. So we deliberately created something extremely simple. And what we do is we acquire large farms, and they are very good at protecting capital, right? So the value of farms, it doesn't go up and down a lot. It's a very trusty and steady asset class, you know. On top of that, we're growing trees, so millions of trees on our farms, and they're harvesting olives and almonds each year, and we use those revenues to pay out an annual payback for our investors. So the fund really functions in two ways. The ownership of the assets protects the original capital, and the harvesting of the trees each year creates an annual payout for the investors.
I understand that your funds is actually the first agricultural funds in Portugal,
That's
right?
right, yeah.
Back in 2021.
That's right.
So now that the funds has already been launched for like 2 years, actually coming to 3 years.
That's right.
Will you be able to share what was the performance of the funds?
Sure, yeah. So the fund has been performing very well so far, I'm glad to say. In the first year, we saw an appreciation of 37% in 1 year, which is actually, that's more than you would expect in most years, because we were developing farms there. So we were creating very profitable areas out of normal land. From now on, we would expect to see the assets increasing somewhere around 10 to 15% per year. And the revenues themselves are getting bigger and bigger as the trees get more mature. So now as we launch, we just launched a second fund about 6 months ago. And the benefit of that fund is that it gets to directly benefit from the work that the first fund had done, because the trees are older, the revenue is greater. So that fund will perform very well even in its first year, where other funds usually take 1 or 2 years really to get up to maximum speed.
What will be the target return for the fund?
For the fund itself, the returns would be probably around 20% per year, but the investors, in terms of their payouts, would be looking at around 10% IRR each year.
So that's quite good.
Well, the best thing about it really is the returns obviously are nice. The reality is, we work with hundreds of Golden Visa investors from all over the world. We have investors from everywhere. And we understand that what people care about the most is protecting their original capital.
Very
right?
true.
So what our fund is really optimized for is capital protection. So yes, the returns are nice. It's always kind of nice to have the icing on the cake, you know? But the reality is that the real strength of the fund is that the volatility is so low. So we don't have, like, buildings and startups and new technologies, they go up and down so much in value, whereas the farms just hold their value very, very steadily.
今集帶大家了解咗葡萄牙嘅農產品業。其中一樣我覺得值得可以反思嘅事情係，以往大部分黃金簽證嘅申請人都係做房地產嘅投資，雖然促進咗當地嘅經濟，但係亦都令到當地嘅樓價提高咗唔少。呢個亦都係葡萄牙當地政府後來聽取咗民意，決定取消房地產投資嘅原因。相反，通過投資農地，除咗有農地價格穩定嘅保障之外，你所帶嚟嘅投資亦都可以為呢個世界帶來更加多嘅糧食，對後世有深遠嘅影響。唔知道呢個會唔會都係你選擇投資農產品業嘅原因呢？而家我哋就去農地嗰度再行下，再去摘下橙啦。約定你下集再見，拜拜。